So hello and welcome to the second video of the channel, the second on the Fiat 500. In this video I start taking the suspension apart and I naively think, oh, it's a couple of bolts here and there, I'll have that off in no time. But no, it puts up a little bit of a fight. So yeah, so sit back and I hope you find this video better than the last one. Okay, here we are with round two of this car. We've got some nice new parts to go on. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so we've got the parts, so let's get this wheel off, get the car jacked up and let the wheel off, and we'll see if we can get any of that undone. Okay, so rather unimpressed. Jobs are never easy, so to get the wishbone out, obviously this bit's going to be very easy. Well, shouldn't tempt fate because it's snapped right there, if you can see there. So this bit will come out in this back bit will, I can't point properly, this back bit will come out independently. However, to get the rest out, you know, as you would expect, bolt to remove there, should drop down. This bit, I'm going to have to remove the front of this crumple zone. Well, I'm going to have to detach the crumple zone from the crash bar. Then I'm going to have to detach this and then unbolt that and move all of that out of the way just to get at that bolt there. Thank you, Fiat. That's a wonderful design. So let's get doing that. Let's start doing that. There's a good chance that this job is over before it started because I'm in the middle of moving house and I don't have all my tools with me. I don't have my breaker bar and I don't have some bigger sockets and bigger spanners that I'm going to need to get into there. So we'll see how far I get. The other house is only a 10-minute drive away, so I can easily go and get them, but that's a 20-minute round trip and I don't have much time to do this. My word, these bolts are crusty. Because I can't point a camera correctly, you may be wondering what I'm doing here. All I'm doing is I'm removing two bolts that mirror the ones that you can see in the picture there, and that will allow me to, well, the front of the crumple zone or chassis leg will then be free. Then it's two more bolts behind that and I can remove it. I had it in my head I'd get both sides done tonight. I might look at, I think this car might stay like this overnight. I don't think I'm even going to get one side done. So I don't know if you can see me, but as I expected, this is not going anywhere. No! I think that trip to the house is going to have to happen. Okay, back from the shed at the other house, which needs cleared out because we've got to be out of there soon. But I call it a semi-successful mission. Got the breaker bar, but what I could not find was my impact sockets, which means they must be in a box or a bag somewhere in that garage. And I can't find them, so anyway. Let's see if I can get this moving. Come on. I don't want to snap it. Oh, it's moving. I hope it's not breaking the bolt. No, it's moving. What I've learned in the past is never just undo a bolt. Oh, try and work it both ways. Okay, let me go at this and we'll see how we get on. Hopefully I won't snap anything. Okay, so that's 4 bolts removed here from each corner, 2 here and 1 here. This is not a captive nut, but it won't come off. You can see that the other one came away, but that is not a captive nut. But this should now, there we go, come out. And if it can get, there we go. And now I can get to the end of the ball joint. Sorry, I can get to the securing bolt for the wishbone. How easy all of that is going to come off, I do not know. So that's all the bolts out now. So the bolt that was in there is out. The bolt off the other end is out, and I've just split the ball joint. Actually, it wasn't split the ball joint there. It wasn't that hard actually. It's just like a pinch. There's a pinch bolt. Sorry, that's I don't know what you call that. It's like a pinch. There we go. It's like a pinch affair. So it's going to wrap around the ball joint, and then you have a screw and a bolt and a nut that holds it together. So we'll get that out, and then we'll get ready to fit the replacement. And there we have it. 1X wishbone or control arm, and 1 new one, 1 replacement. I have found a little bit of damage on the subframe. I don't know if you can see it, but let's see if I can. There, this is just out of line and split a little. So that's where the horizontal bush mounts. Subframes for these things aren't that expensive used, which is a job I didn't want to do, because we still, there's more to do. I don't know if you can kind of see it in there, but there's obviously an issue with that. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with the drive shaft itself. It's just the gate that goes on the end that's split. But why would it split? I wonder if that's anything to do with the impact. Okay, well, let's investigate further. But if push comes to shove, I will get a replacement subframe. I'm not going to get anything further done tonight. Let me show you why. So if you look here, I'm struggling to locate the control arm. The hole just doesn't quite line up. It's a few millimeters out, so I haven't been able to get a bolt in. But if I rotate the arm underneath here and try and locate it, it is just not going to go. The reason why, I think, now I need to kind of look at some photos and try and find and just confirm this, but I think in the accident, this was this an anti-roll bar. This was buckled. You can see, the paint's certainly flaking off, and it's not. On the other side, it's like a smooth curve. This has kind of got some. But if it can get you in focus, it's not. Come on, focus. There. On the other side, this is like a smooth curve, but this has kind of got some angles in that curve. So I think that's a problem. And because of that, and the very, very light damage I've seen to the subframe, you can see more here. It's obviously taken an impact there from when the control arm snapped. So I think what has happened is the impact has kind of buckled, because if you think about it, the impact goes there. It's kind of lateral to the control arm, so you wouldn't expect it to snap. But I think what's happened is this anti-roll, if that's an anti-roll bar, if that's what it is, I need to look it up. I think that's buckled and put some, what's the word I'm looking for? Put pressure down at 90 degrees anyway, and I think there, I don't think the control arm is kind of designed to kind of take those forces, and that is why it snapped. So okay, so I was thinking about this last night and wondering if I've gone overkill getting a new subframe. I was kind of thinking, you know, once I'd ordered it and it was on its way, I was looking, I was thinking back and trying to picture in my head what I'd seen down here. I'm thinking, no, I didn't really need to do that. But now we've got some nice weather and I've come out. The more and more I look at it, the more and more I realise, you know, it was the right thing to do. Let me show you. So if you can get in here, as I said, the thing I pointed out last time, if I can get it to focus, was just around here. All of this, which captures that bolt, that's split and twisted. You can see the bolt is still in there, but you know, I'm sure that over time that would cause more movement and maybe more damage, or at least annoying knocking noises. When I look at this part here, you can see that if I can get it around the front, that it's split and it's bent away. Ignore all the crap. I mean, that's just the CV boot there is split. We've got damage here, which I hope that doesn't mean it's going to be hard to get out. We'll focus. And we've got damage here. That's not focusing, is it? Let's get closer. There's damage there. It's experiencing the knock. And let me see if you can get you. And there's damage here. And I think there's also that's slightly deformed there. So yeah, I think that was the right thing to do. And the anti-roll bar, that just seems kinked there. I'm going to compare it to the once I get the subframe off, I'll have a proper compare, but it just seems kinked a little bit there. So yeah, it's had a very good knock here. So I think, and who knows what else I'll find when I drop the subframe. So I think it was the right thing to do. So let's drop this subframe and see how easy that's going to be. Okay, so we'll wrap that video up there. Annoyingly, I have lost the footage where I took the rest of the suspension on that side out. So the drop link, the track rod and that sort of stuff. No idea where it went. If I find it, I'll make another video out of that. But for now, I hope that was interesting. I hope you found that video better than the first. The audio quality should have been a lot better. But for now, we'll leave it there, and the next video should be out soon.